What is going on, internet? So Jason here, Jason Croxford Live. I want to do a video to show you real quick as we get ready to plan. I haven't written it down yet. The schedule fitness is going to start on the 9th. I'm still kind of figuring out exactly what I'm going to do and how I'm going to plan that, but I want to show you guys real quick, just like the title said, my grocery run I just did at Walmart. Let's see, we've got $91.65 was the total. So I just wanted to show you, I mean, I got a decent amount of food for that amount, and it's actually some pretty decent stuff. I actually dug up something I was doing back in 2010, my old sheets, when I was doing some modified P90X and was trying to put on some mass, which actually I did. It was the biggest I've ever been. And I actually have a lot of my old notes. See, I wrote down kind of what I did because I was trying to reach a certain caloric goal each day. I just wanted to show you guys real quick, maybe if you're more on a budget, if you have a Walmart nearby and if you go shopping, just ways that you can get some good calories. I mean, it's not the best. This isn't going to be like absolute clean eating and you vegans out there are going to go insane. But the thing is, this works. This is a great balance of proteins, reduced fats, higher nutrients when it comes to eating bread. Some people, everyone has their thing. Some people are all against bread. Some are for it. I don't know. I do what works for me. And the thing is, you can get better over time. You can figure this stuff out. But I'm just going to get rolling with what I used to do and what worked for me, and then I'll improve it as I go. But see, I wrote down, like I did, the key was here, my timing. I was eating a decent amount. The thing is, this food's going to feed me. I almost ripped my headphones out. This food's going to feed me for about a good week, and some of the stuff's going to last a little bit longer. What I used to do was, you can see like my first meal was at 9 a.m. Of course, my sleep time's a little different, so this will adjust. This was back in 2010. But mealtime at 9 a.m., then I had a snack at 10:45 a.m., then I had meal 2 at 1:15 p.m., meal 3 at 3:45 p.m., meal 4, 7, meal 5 at 11. Granted, again, my time's going to change now that I rise at 4 a.m. Monday through Friday. But either way, the key was I was eating about every 2 to 3 hours, and that's really one of the biggest things to your nutrition that matters most. Then the combinations of fat, protein, and carbs that you eat, of course your macros, that matters, but I would not go too insane. I've been pretty insane about it, and then I've also just kind of shot from the hip and just kind of done what I know, and really either has worked. The more you track it and the more you audit yourself, the more you really look at everything you do, then of course, the better results you're going to get. But if you're just really just getting started out, I'd say don't worry too much about it. Just if you're looking at micros and macros and calories and all that stuff, yeah, look at the stuff, but don't drive yourself nuts. Don't worry about the scale. Don't look at all these things and look at someone that's on the front of Men's Fitness or some women's magazine, or even someone that's maybe a coach that has just insane results. Guarantee they're going to town on their nutrition. They're showing up and they're planning everything. You do want to plan ahead quite a bit. You want to know what you're doing, but don't go insane at the beginning. Just make strides, make steps forward. And I just wanted to show you how I was able to do this. $91 for the week, roughly. A whole ton of eggs, a whole ton of meats. This is all my basically proteins. This isn't going to be the best, but it's something that I can do. I would do this in the morning with my eggs and stuff. Listen, I mean, this is really not the best thing because of all the different preservatives, but it's a place to get started. It's better than going to McDonald's every day and going to Starbucks and getting all your stuff. I already have that taken care of. I have my espresso machine, made the investment. I go to Starbucks sometimes, but I've cut back and reduced. So the thing is, I'm making this for if you are on a budget or if you really just don't know where to get started. I'm just giving you an idea. You can see literally everything that I got. You could pause the video and you can see my grocery list. Of course, that's kind of probably hard to read. So look, eggs. I got everything I got that was any kind of bread base, whole wheat, just because it's higher nutrition. So you're getting a higher dense amount of nutrition per calorie. Jeez. It's just better than like the white bread and stuff like that because that's just been stripped down to absolutely nothing. So you're getting calories, but they're empty. There's no nutrients. Or at least this will hold you over a little bit longer. That's why whole grains are better. Just one reason. I make this in kind of layman's terms. I make it simplified. I like this. This is in the frozen food section. This is flaxseed bread. It's just better, I think, than it's sprouted bread. So it's like, I've never bought this brand. So this one is, I usually go to like Trader Joe's, but the closest one's like 40 minutes from me. So I just went to Walmart today just to kind of make this video. So sprouted organic whole wheat berries, filtered water, wheat gluten, sprouted organic whole flax seeds, oat fiber, cultured wheat, organic dates, fresh yeast, organic raisins, sea salt, and sunflower lecithin, I think. So it's not just like, you know, the white flour and a bunch of stuff. It's actually got some good balance in it. It's better for your body, right? You eat, a lot of times we eat for what our palate says, but things you want to eat for your body. So these, I actually like the other Power Bars, but the Walmart didn't have, they're the thinner ones. They only had the Protein Plus, so I got what I could see, what I found. Man, my hands are dirty. And I got some kale greens, and then I got some spinach that I like to throw in the blender. I used to do this with my Shakeology. I just blend it up, or you can steam it. Kale makes really good just steamed by itself, or you can put it in something like a shake. You can toast it with some, where did I put it? Some feta cheese and some olive oil. Friggin' delicious. Don't burn it, but my God, it's so good. If you've never had baked kale chips, so good. I got everything I got that was any kind of dairy based. This is a pretty heavy dairy based diet here, but dairy's kind of cheap. So like I said, anybody that's out there that's vegan or whatever, you're going to go nuts and you won't even be here anymore. So that's fine. But so I got plain non-fat yogurt, fat-free cottage cheese. Listen, this isn't the best, but I just eat it the way it is. If I add anything to it, it will be like a little bit of honey or something natural. I would rather, and I'll show you an example here. I'd rather, if you're going to get something that has sugars in it, just get something that has actual sugar. If you can avoid it, great. But if you get something that's going to be sweetened, make sure it's either all natural the way it is, not concentrated, and not corn syrup. Just get something, I mean, if it's sugar, big deal. At least sugar is like, it's actually more natural than something that's condensed or, well, let me show you. Let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So, you know, not the best stuff, but I like this because it's quick and easy. So I got the ingredients here: fruit, peaches, pears, grapes, pineapple, cherries, and then, I'll skip that part, and then water and sugar. So just sugar rather than, this is the light one. The other one was the regular version, had high fructose corn syrup. So if I'm going to eat something that's sweetened, I'd rather at least be real sugar, no sucralose, no artificial crap. You got to watch that. And things that say they're fat-free or sugar-free, they tend to have extra stuff. So you really, like this, look, you really want your ingredients list to be plain and simple. So this one, let me let this focus, if I can get it to focus. Cultured, grade A, non-fat, I can read it off this, non-fat milk, and then pectin to thicken it. So I actually got to end this soon because some of my stuff is starting to thaw. I want to tell you one more thing about this broccoli. Just basic ingredients, and then of course, you know, fruits and vegetables, that's going to be huge. Carrots are great for a good snack. They're sweet, so you can just eat a bunch of those if you're getting hungry in between. Grape nuts, I kind of like these. They're just it's a good cereal. It's a good way to kind of fill in some calories, and that's what I used to do here in my meals. Like I said, timing I think is going to be the most important thing. And I'm really glad I did this, that I wrote this stuff down. This was back in November of 2010. And I can tell you, I can attest to back then, I felt really, really good. I was doing a modified P90X schedule. I played around with it. I made it more of like a bulking program. This is way back before Body Beast and all that stuff. I actually cut the workouts down to like half an hour, made sure my reps were 6 to 8. I was lifting heavy enough, and I would modify them. So if it was like 24 reps, sometimes it was like, 12 reps, and then another 12. I just cut out the second 12 and make the first 12 really count. So that's just what I did, and it worked out for me. So I'll share more of that and what I'm going to do with my modified schedule. But I just wanted this to show you quickly how I was able to spend about $90 and feed myself well for, let me flip this around, well for a good week. Rather than being like, okay, what am I going to eat? And then, of course, you go to some fast food place, or even if it's like decent food, you go to like, tropical smoothie or something like that. Of course, you end up getting a smoothie, which is filled with all kinds of extra stuff. And it's great stuff. I love it. But at the end of the day, if you're going out to eat, I guarantee you, if you go out to eat, if you're pushing it and waiting till the last second and you're not out shopping for your food and planning in advance, you're likely going out to eat quite a bit. And you're likely spending just this much money, if not more. If you even think about a coffee a day at Starbucks, even just getting an iced coffee, it's $3. That's even more than $3. It's a lot of money per week, right? It's like $21 a week. It adds up. Even if you're not doing that daily, then say you're going out and you're getting fast food today is probably about $7 to $10 if you're getting a meal that's actually going to give you sustenance. You're spending a decent amount of money. I challenge you. And this is now, if you're like, oh, well, Jason, hey, I don't spend that much, you're probably not eating that much. You're probably having large gaps in between your meals, right? And you're getting those points where you have a dropping in low blood sugar and all that. It's not good. If you want to actually get results, you got to be eating often. often, every 2 to 3 hours. So this food that I bought here is going to keep me going. I mean, I'm going to be able to eat meals every couple hours. I mean, it's literally what I did. I just took what I did and wrote down some of the ingredients, and I'm going to be able to eat well. I'm going to be satiated. I'm going to be able to eat a meal every 2 to 3 hours. And most of this will keep me for about a week. Some of the stuff's going to last a little bit longer. Some will just be just enough time for that. I wanted to tell you quick about the broccoli. I was looking at the fresh broccoli crowns. I picked them up they had the big stalks. I always end up chopping the stalk off. I don't really like them. Anyways, I never really end up eating them. They're just wiry. So, I mean, it's good fiber stuff, but I know how I am. So I picked up a couple, and they were 15 cents, I think, or 11.5 cents, I think, per ounce, something like that. And then I went around, I was in the freezer section actually looking for this bread, the flourless sprouted bread, and these were literally the exact same cost, but it's all actually like the tops, the florets, whatever, the actual top. This is the part I actually eat. So I actually got a better value. This was literally the same cost per ounce for this whole bag of frozen broccoli rather than the fresh broccoli, which of course fresh is better, but as far as nutrients. But if you're on a budget and you're just trying to get food, listen, I mean, people I see that are bodybuilders and stuff like that are really bulking, I see that are not vegan anyways, chicken and broccoli, chicken and broccoli. That's really the primary meal, and then tuna, stuff like that. So I just wanted to show you guys how I'm getting some proteins and a lot of carbs. Carbs are great if you're going to try to add some size and stuff. So I'm really just going out to work out just to keep in shape. But I just wanted to show you guys what's up. One more time, I'll come back over here, show you what I got for my receipt, just to give you an idea of ways that you can plan. Now, here's the thing. You might be a much better shopper than I am. And if you have coupons and you learn how to do that stuff and you spend a little bit of time, you could probably get this even better, cheaper, source it better. The more time you spend, the better you are. But I challenge you to audit yourself this week, okay? So here, let's go over here to the calendar. This is going to be different next time I show you this. This will be filled in. But so I challenge you starting on Monday all the way through to, let's say on Sunday you can tally it together. Audit yourself. Every single day, keep a notebook and write, and don't cheat because this is only for you. This isn't for me. You're not going to show me. You're going to show yourself. Write down every purchase you make to feed yourself. Every purchase. All the way through. Do it for 7 days. If you can do more, do 30 days. It's better. But I just want you to look at it for 7 days and don't consciously try to cheat and be like, oh, well, fine, in this bar. Do what you normally do. Do what you've normally done, or just go back to last week if you always use your credit card and you can track all your purchases. Don't leave anything out. Don't omit anything. Track your expenses for food and see where you're at. See if it comes anywhere near what I got here for the week, more or less, and then see what kind of food you got. You could easily eat like one meal a day and spend $10 a day, or you could actually eat really well and spend about the same amount. So it's really not cheap. You just have to, really not expensive. It's not expensive to eat healthy or healthier. You just have to really plan in advance and really track what you're doing. The more you track, the more you'll know, the better you'll do. So that's what I got for you guys today. Jason here, Jason Croxford Live. I'll be seeing you real soon. Bye.